Hey there, Star Wars fans. Welcome back to the channel where we explore the biggest questions from a galaxy far, far away. Today, we're tackling one of the most debated topics among fans. Who is stronger, Yoda or Emperor Palpatine? These two legendary figures clashed in Revenge of the Sith, but does that battle truly determine who is more powerful? To answer this, we'll break down their skills, power levels, fighting styles, philosophical differences, and impact on the galaxy. But before we dive into this epic showdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a deep dive into Star Wars lore. Now let's get started. Section 1. Yoda, the ultimate Jedi Master. Let's start with Grand Master Yoda. At over 900 years old, he is one of the most knowledgeable and skilled Jedi in history. Trained in every aspect of the Force, Yoda wasn't just a master of wisdom. He was also an incredible warrior. His lightsaber combat skills were unmatched, using Ataru, an aggressive and acrobatic form that allowed him to move at blinding speeds despite his small size. His mastery of the Force was legendary, effortlessly lifting massive objects, sensing disturbances across the galaxy, and even communing with the spirits of fallen Jedi. But Yoda's true strength wasn't just in combat. It was in his deep understanding of the Force itself. He embodied the Jedi philosophy of balance and patience, choosing to use power only when absolutely necessary. This mindset allowed him to foresee events, guide others, and resist the temptations of the dark side. His ability to remain centered in the Force gave him wisdom beyond comprehension, something no Sith could truly grasp. Another aspect of Yoda's strength was his ability to teach. He trained countless Jedi, including Luke Skywalker, who would later become the beacon of hope for the galaxy. His training methods focused on discipline, understanding, and connection with the Force, making him one of the most influential figures in Jedi history. But did this make him stronger than Palpatine? Let's take a look at the Dark Lord of the Sith. Section 2. Emperor Palpatine, the dark side's greatest champion. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have Darth Sidious, also known as Emperor Palpatine, the mastermind behind the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Galactic Empire. While Yoda represented wisdom and restraint, Palpatine embodied manipulation and raw power. Unlike Yoda, who sought peace, Palpatine craved domination. He was a master of deception, orchestrating the Clone Wars and manipulating the Jedi into their downfall without them realizing it. In terms of combat ability, Palpatine was nothing short of terrifying. His mastery of Sith techniques allowed him to unleash devastating Force lightning, move with astonishing speed, and wield his lightsaber with incredible precision. He was one of the few Sith Lords to master Tuda Minus, the ability to absorb and redirect energy attacks, making him an even deadlier opponent. His connection to the dark side made him unpredictable and overwhelming in battle. Unlike Yoda, who relied on defense and balance, Palpatine thrived on aggression and destruction. His Sith sorcery gave him access to abilities that Jedi wouldn't dare use, including mind control, essence transfer, and even the ability to cheat death, something he would later use in an attempt to return during the sequel trilogy. Palpatine's power didn't just come from the dark side, it also came from his intelligence. He was a master manipulator, orchestrating events years in advance, ensuring that everything moved according to his grand design. While Yoda played by the rules of the Force, Palpatine bent the rules to his will. Section 3. Power comparison, strength versus strategy. When it comes to raw power, Palpatine arguably surpasses Yoda. His Sith teachings allowed him to tap into the Force in ways that the Jedi would consider unnatural. However, Yoda's agility and mastery of the Force made him incredibly difficult to defeat. Their battle in Revenge of the Sith showcased this perfectly. Yoda was able to deflect Palpatine's lightning and keep up with his speed, but ultimately he was forced to retreat. However, does winning a duel mean being stronger? Not necessarily. Yoda fought for peace and balance, while Palpatine was willing to do anything for power. This ideological difference meant that Yoda never fought with the intention of domination, while Palpatine had no moral limits. If Yoda had embraced the dark side, could he have overpowered the Emperor? That's a question we may never know the answer to. One of the most important factors in power is endurance. Yoda was extremely old during Revenge of the Sith, while Palpatine, despite being older than he appeared, had prolonged his lifespan using Sith alchemy. Had they fought when Yoda was in his prime, the outcome might have been different. However, Palpatine's ability to sustain his power for decades proves his unnatural control over the Force, something that even Yoda couldn't achieve. Section 4. Legacy and Impact on the Galaxy. Strength isn't just about who wins in a fight, it's about influence. Yoda's wisdom inspired generations of Jedi, ensuring that the light side endured even after the fall of the Republic. His teachings led to Luke Skywalker's rise, which ultimately resulted in Palpatine's defeat. On the other hand, Palpatine's rule reshaped the galaxy, proving that his cunning and strength had far-reaching consequences. Yoda's influence was felt long after he was gone, as the Jedi Order was reborn and continued his teachings. Meanwhile, Palpatine's Sith teachings almost faded with him, though his contingency plans, like Snoke and the Final Order, showed how his legacy lived on. While Yoda shaped the future, Palpatine dominated the present. The question remains, is true power measured by destruction or by legacy? And there you have it, Yoda versus Palpatine, the ultimate showdown of the light and dark side. So, who do you think was stronger? Was Palpatine's ruthless power superior, or did Yoda's wisdom and skill make him the true champion? Let us know in the comments. This debate is one for the ages, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and share with your fellow Star Wars fans. Thanks for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.